Yeah. So true, baby girl. Hi, we're the Sapphic Social. My name is Madison.
I'm Liv.
And today we are going to be playing a game and talking about our relationship and how we got to where we are and how we met and all of that. When we started dating, I think it was actually on our first date, we played these games. First or second date, we played We're Not Really Strangers and Convo and Chill to get to know each other. It was really fun. And then like months later in a relationship, we would continuously play and learn more about each other. So we figured for our first video, we might as well play with you. And one of our daughters, Ozzy, is going to play with us apparently. What are you doing, baby girl? Yeah, just do cuddle up. She's so cute.
So we have been dating officially for about a year now. So we are going to revisit the games and answer the questions again. Some of the questions.
Yay! All right, let's get started. You ask first.
Okay. Question 1. What is the first thing you noticed about me?
Well, when I saw you on Tinder, that was not how we met, but that is how we saw each other for the first time. You don't remember me, but that's totally fine. But I was
just on there for fun and validation.
I was on there looking for the love of my life, and you didn't message me back. That's totally fine. But I found you later. It's okay. So I was swiping through, and I literally remember seeing your profile, and I normally had been swiping left at anybody that had anything to do with like polyamory or ethical non-monogamy, because I just like wasn't emotionally prepared for that because I hadn't dated girls yet. So I was like, I can't do a new gender and a new relationship style. That's too much for me. But then I saw your profile, and I was like, wow, I really like her, and she's really pretty. And I was like, there's no way that she'll match with me. I was like, she looks so much cooler than me. And then I swiped on you, and we matched, and then I messaged you, and
Something like, hey.
I said,
Hi.
Hey, how are you? And you didn't answer, which is totally valid. That's totally fine. But so that was my first impression, was just that like you looked really cool and you looked really hot, and I was like, I literally could fuck with ethical non-monogamy for this girl. She's so pretty, and it just ironic how it all turned out with us. So that was my very, very first impression. Do you want to tell? You can tell yours.
Okay, my first impression was before I dropped out of law school, I went to law school with her roommate, Mary Rose, and I just, I wanted to travel for a weekend over Christmas break, and I just texted like my entire like law school class to see if anybody was available. And you can say what Mary Rose said.
Mary Rose was like, hey, this girl needs someone to watch her cats. She's gay. And I was like, yeah, obviously I'm down to do that. Gay people and cats are like my favorite things. So that was essentially why we decided to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so my first impression was like, I was like rapidly cleaning my house, like trying to like chaotically get it ready. I was like nervous to meet you guys, but excited.
Because we went over to meet her and meet the cats.
And I was like showing them where everything was, and I talked to them for like 45 minutes. My first impression of you, okay, I don't know, I think like my first impression was you, like the dropping hints.
Yeah.
Like when I think that was like my first kind of thought, is like she kept like dropping small hints to let me know that she liked women.
I just don't think they were that small. I made 3 comments that were explicitly like, I'm gay. I could see that you're gay. Do you know that I'm gay? Because I didn't pass as gay at all.
So basically both of our first impressions were that we're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, because you had a rainbow keychain, and Mary Rose and I were like, oh my gosh, we love this keychain. and then Ozzy was sleeping in the closet, and you were like, she's always in the closet. And then I made a closeted joke because Cleo, my cat, does the same thing. And so that was that one. And then it was the Tampa Bay.
The Tampa Bays was like when I caught on. And I was like, I think immediately like, are you guys not straight?
Then you're like, are you guys straight? And we both were like, no. And you immediately were like, we should hang out sometime.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, what was your first impression? What did you think about me? Were you like, this girl's so
I thought you were really hot.
Yeah.
I thought you were really pretty. I thought you were really cool. And I was like, I want to like hang out with you more. Like I was like, one, I wanted to be friends with both of you, but I was like immediately attracted to you and was like, I feel like we could
Be
like,
something
get
someday.
along or do something.
But at this point, I didn't know.
I was just like excited.
At this point when we met, I didn't know that you were the girl I matched with on Tinder because your
Yeah.
hair was different. She, in her picture, she had her hair more like this, but when we met, she had like curly, like
Had a
permed
perm.
hair. And so I had no idea that it was you until you followed me on TikTok and you had the same profile picture
Yeah.
as your account. And then I was like, that's so weird. Like, I remember this girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my
So like
gosh.
us being, us
Guys
just
being
like,
gay.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
figuring
just
out
being
that we
gay.
were.
But when I actually met you in person, my first impression was a few things because you were really ADHD running around, like offering us everything, running around, like you guys can stay here, and we were like, no, I mean we like have our own place and our own pets. We're just gonna watch our cats. And I
just realized the question was what's the first thing you noticed about me? I already it's close enough. We're doing like first impressions. I feel like the first thing I feel like that's like maybe a
I just thought you were
physical thing,
hot.
but yeah. So,
Okay, but so then
Yeah.
you had all of your sex toys hung up on the wall, and I immediately didn't consider you a partner for myself because I was like, she is way more advanced than I am. Because at that point, I had just slept with a girl for the first time like a few weeks before that, so I was like, that's what I.
yeah. Do you think I intimidate others? Why or why not?
I think you do until they actually talk to you, or like they literally see you interact with people. Like I just think aesthetically you do, especially non-queer people are going to be intimidated by you, and then like queer women are going to be intimidated by you because you're hot. So like intimidated in I want to kiss her way. But I think that anyone who actually meets you, like you're not intimidating at all. You're really kind and gentle and soft and friendly as a person. So and energetic. So I just don't think that you intimidate people once they know you. Do you think I intimidate others?
I think you do. I think like almost the opposite though. I
Mhm.
think people that are like in your niche, I don't think you intimidate at all. And then, but I think when you get to know you more, like you're so direct and like independent and like go for what you want. And I think that is something that people find intimidating. And then when they get to know you more, you're softer.
It's like start
And like,
soft,
but like I would
then
never
it
felt like
gets
that with
hard,
you.
and
Like
then
it was
soft
like
again.
we were like both like really gentle with each other. You were more like firm and direct than I am. So
Much.
people that like are in my circle, I think sometimes have found you intimidating. Like
That
I
makes
think,
sense.
and you're hot. So like that's
That's a
intimidating.
great point.
Not for me. I was just attracted to you.
Yeah, I was intimidated by you being hot.
Do you think I fall in love easily? Why or why not?
The first time I played this game, like the first night we went on our first date, you were like, no, I don't. I'm really careful and I take a long time to fall in love with someone. And then like 3 weeks later, like, you were madly in love with me. So when we first played this game, the answer was no. Now, yes.
Only with you.
Only with me.
Yeah. I was like not guarded at that point, oddly.
Yeah, you should have been, but you weren't.
Yeah. Also, we just like got along really well. Like I was guarded until I realized that I was just like we're like super compatible.
Yeah.
I feel like once we got through a lot of like the hard stuff, like any hard conversations, like making sure we were gonna
compatible.
work.
It was
Like
like, oh shit.
it was like my guard was just like, all right, we're down, we're good.
Same. Do you think I fall in love easily?
I don't know because like dating history,
Yeah, it's hard because I only dated men before you,
Um,
and I'm gay.
like you fell in love with me fast, and before me, you dated someone briefly
4 days.
and had a traumatic
Traumatic
response.
reaction.
So I think I would guess no. I would guess would be more like me.
Yeah.
I feel like we're probably similar, but I think
Yeah.
that because we were how we were and like went into it so open and transparent and like just like wanted to do it right,
Mm-hmm.
and it just happened that way. Like I think that we both did fall in love with each other quickly, but
Yeah.
not easily.
No, we were very cautious.
Yeah.
We just are lesbians, so our relationship was like really fast.
Yeah.
So like for the average person, it probably would have been like 6 months by the time we got to where we were, but because we sped everything up, it really only took like.
Yeah. I feel like we had like all the conversations that you're
Like,
supposed to have like
serious
before
conversations.
people get married, like within a week.
First week.
And like people get married and don't even have some of the conversations we had.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
What a funny question.
Do I seem like someone who would get a name tattooed on myself? Why or why not?
Yes, because you have.
Why? Why?
You have my beautiful name tattooed right on you. But you know what? It's not. I would have said the same answer a year ago because you just like don't take life that seriously.
Yeah.
And like it's funny and it's fun and like it's cute and you could get it covered up.
Yeah,
like it's not that big of a deal.
We were apart for like one day, like
Yeah.
not even a whole day, like a few hours. And what
Yeah.
were you doing that time?
I went and hung out with my mom, and
That's
Jill
what it was,
wanted
yeah.
like a day with them. You guys just
We were
wanted
hanging
like
out,
a
yeah.
day hanging out. And she promised me she wouldn't get a tattoo because we were supposed to get tattoos together, and you were like, and she was like, we're going to the tattoo parlor, and I was like, we were supposed to get tattoos together, and you couldn't afford
Like, I
it.
won't get one.
And you were like, I won't get one. I left my wallet at home. And
But then I was like, she's not gonna be mad at me if I do
I'm
get a
gonna be mad
tattoo.
at you if you got a
I know.
tattoo,
But like, foolproof.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be like, oh my god, I can't believe you got a tattoo without
Yeah,
me when
no.
like I'm getting your name.
Yeah.
I was like, this will be like fun and
Yeah.
funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It still makes me giggle every single time I see it.
Yeah.
And my ego loved it.
Yeah.
I was meant to have my name tattooed on my partner.
Yeah.
That's what I was born for. Would I get someone's name tattooed on me?
I don't think you seem like the kind of person who would. But I could. I wouldn't want you to get my name tattooed on you.
Why?
Too many shared names.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't think of that.
But like if my middle name
well, I would do
or
that.
like
We got matching tattoos
Yeah.
literally 1 week after we became girlfriends.
Yeah.
So like I just
yeah.
I don't really care.
Okay.
Give me a kiss. Do you want me to ask this round?
Yeah.
Okay. What would your younger self not believe about your life today?
I think I honestly think like being in love. Not that I like grew up thinking I would never fall in love or anything like that, but I didn't think about it like when I was younger, like before I started dating, like I was never like thinking like I'm gonna fall in love with somebody. It was just like I wasn't like thinking about that in my future.
Yeah.
Necessarily, and that was probably because I was like still figuring out my sexuality and all that.
Facts.
That's probably why. So I
Yeah.
think just being in love and like the way that our relationship is, I think that would surprise me.
That makes sense.
Like not about it, like in a good way.
Yeah.
Just
You're like, oh,
like I wouldn't have expected it for
I-
myself.
got the best girlfriend in the world. That's
Yeah.
shocking. What would my younger self not believe in my life today? That I'm a lesbian, probably. I think that, and that I am a like successfully self-employed person, who makes a living drawing little designs and selling them on clothes. Like I think that would be really shocking to myself because I never saw myself as an entrepreneur, or an artist. So like the fact that I like draw little gay things and like draw little Taylor Swift stuff and like put it on clothes and sell it and like make silly little TikToks talking about gay sex, like that's so funny. And I just think that I mean, not that realm even existed when we were kids, but I just think that every part of my life now, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I'd be really excited. Like if I knew that was my future. I think if when I was younger, someone told me that I was lesbian, I would be like, yes. Because I've been like, I spent so long being like, I wish I liked girls. My little closet.
My little
Glass
closet.
But yeah, I think I think it would be hard to believe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about my sexuality.
No, I wouldn't think you would be.
Yeah. Throw up some photos of me when I was a kid.
There's a picture of me, a picture of me in a t-shirt in 5th grade that says, I, frowny face, boys. So, yeah. And that was the first year anybody ever asked if I was a lesbian.
There's
So
one
I
of me.
should've listened.
It does not say that, but I was wearing like wristbands with flames on them, which I think is really
Speaks for
funny.
itself.
And a t-shirt, and I just like, you see me and then you see my sister next to me as little kids, and it's just like, it's very clear.
Yeah. All right. How would you describe the feeling of being in love in one word?
The first thing I thought was bliss.
That's the first word that I thought of
Really?
when I heard this. But that's
And then
not
I was
the
thinking
one
another one. Okay.
Okay.
My
Yeah,
second one was
yeah.
comfort, but then I was like, that's not, comfort's like not enough.
Not enough. I agree.
I think I need something to like
Do you want to hear
blend
my
those
words?
and then everlasting joy. So if anybody has a word that is all of those in one, like bliss, comfort, and everlasting joy.
Let's just turn them into a word.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
not
you'll
creative enough for that.
have one.
Okay, so the first one I thought of was bliss,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was like, I can make a longer one. I can do a longer word. And so the next thing I came up with was euphoric. And I think that was like more so like the falling in love. Like falling in love with you was like the most euphoric experience. It was like literally like I was high on drugs constantly. Like it was just such an absurdly euphoric experience. And then the last one I landed on was healing. Like I think that our relationship is like beyond everything else for me particularly has just been super healing.
Same.
So
in different ways.
So I think being in love in general, maybe not so, but like the love that we have with each other and like just the relationship we have with each other has just been like super healing in a way that no therapy.
I feel like that's also something that like keeps going.
Yeah, like, and I think it'll continue to. So I think like that's the one that feels more like everlasting throughout the relationship, versus just like pieces of it.
Yeah. If you could have it your way, who would you be with? Where would you be? And what would you be doing?
Okay, my like immediate thought is when I first read this, my obvious answer was you, and then as you're reading it to me right now, I was like, what about Taylor Swift? Yeah, I didn't think about that before.
That's acceptable.
So I just feel like I should be able to answer both of you.
Okay.
Who would I be with? So I would be with you and Taylor Swift. Where would...
That's not what I was thinking, but then I was thinking that, I was thinking Taylor Swift's gay party.
Taylor Swift's birthday
like
party.
Us at that party.
Oh my God.
Purely for you, but also for
That's
me.
what I want. Okay, who would I be with? I would be with you. Where would we be at Taylor Swift's gay birthday party? What would we be doing? We'd be taking
birthday party?
This one past wasn't, but I bet that her next birthday party will be really gay.
Okay.
And this past one, and what would we be doing? We would be taking Polaroid pictures with her and Fletcher naked, looking like we are walking off into a room together.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would like to do with the rest of my life, every single moment, forever. So Taylor Swift,
honestly,
if you're
my
listening,
answer
we would like an invite.
Like for you, it'd be like a gift for you. Because otherwise, my answer would be like with you in a different country traveling, and it's like we're gonna do that anyway at some point.
That's true.
So like, let me pick something like less attainable.
Taylor Swift gay party. Gay people, Fletcher taking Polaroid pictures where we're all hugging. Yeah. And then people on the internet are like, "OMG, what did they do after this picture?" That's what I want. Yeah. That's what I want for my life. Yeah. I want the Gaylor to go crazy.
That would be. Yeah. You know all the secrets. I'm sorry, my nose itches because my nose.
I just did it. You did it, so I did it. I would know all the secrets. I can't itch it.
It's like in my nose.
Okay. So we have the same answer. Yeah. That was a good one. I like that one. I really, my first.
Oh my God! Actually.
Yeah.
No, I have something. I have something else.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say like. I was gonna say like a destination wedding with you and everybody we wanted. With Taylor Swift there performing. Because that's like really unattainable, and if I could do anything, it would be that for you. Okay.
Not your answer just being things I want. You're a good girlfriend. And my answer is being things I want plus you getting together.
Do you want to do these ones or me?
It's up to you, baby.
I need to break and itch my nose.
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
Is that good? Yeah. Do you think that maybe you can be done with that soon? Because it's kind of freaking me out.
Does my nose look normal?
Yes. It's 4:20, just so you know.
Okay. I don't know.
What do you think our most important similarity is?
Most important?
Most important similarity.
Okay. Foundational things are like tier 1 important to me. Being on the same page, like politically, religiously, world view, how you want to live. Like we're all on the same page with those things. Yeah. Past that, like the consideration that we have for each other and the way that like if I'm experiencing something, you try to understand what I'm experiencing, and if you're experiencing something, I try to understand what you're experiencing, and like I think that's like why we don't fight. We just have conversations, and then we just try to like meet each other. Like I meet you where you are, and you meet me where I am, and I feel like we're very intentional about that. And like we always assume that we each have the best intentions, even if we're not like exactly in the same place, which is like rare. Yeah. But when it does happen, and when we do have those conversations, like they go so well, and we both feel so good after because of the way that we have them. Yeah. So like being in a relationship and like healthy relationship and having healthy communication, I think that's like we're like
Yeah,
we're
the
really
same
good at
place
that. We
there.
both have like the same kind of consideration.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say, like the way that we are interested in living our life, we're both
Yes.
like really open to living like many very different variations of life. Like we both would be happy to like literally live on a farm and have pets, and that would be our life. And then we're also both happy to like gallivant across Europe for 6 months and like live in Paris or live like on beaches in Thailand. Like I think we're both just really open to all different variations of what our life could look like.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're both interested in living all of them. And so I like,
Yeah.
our life will change a lot and what our life will look like a lot will change. And I think the fact that we're both like, that's what we want versus just like picking one. Like, and I just could be happy in so many different variations of our life. And I think you could be too. So I think that we have the same level of like, what we feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I've never found
Those are
anybody
like
else
huge
that
things.
feels, and then obviously the communications part's huge and
Yeah.
like caring about each other. But that was my first thought that came into mind was like just like the way that we want our life to look and how we're both so flexible but also so stringent. Like these things have to happen, but as long as these needs are met, our life can look like anything.
We both like want home and comfort, but we both also want excitement and travel.
Yeah.
Equally. I feel like.
I agree. I'm like blowing up on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
My 172 followers are going off. So now we pulled some cards from Convo and Chill. So we're doing these ones now. They're a little bit spicier.
Yeah. Some hypotheticals.
Some hypotheticals. Name a deal breaker for you in a relationship.
Poor communication. Or lack of communication. Yeah. That is the most important thing to me. I need a lot of communication.
Yeah.
And I like always
Extensive
over communicate.
communication, yeah.
So I don't need people to over communicate to me, but like the more the better. Like there's not you can't have too much.
No.
In my opinion.
Never.
Maybe from me. I might communicate too much.
You do talk a lot. Like the first day we met in person, you just talked at me. Yeah. And Mary Rose for like a half hour.
I was really anxious. This is the first time anybody ever watched my cats.
It was endearing.
I was like, I really wanted you
You were
guys
like
to like
offering us all your alcohol, like everything.
I really wanted you guys to stay at the house.
Yeah, which
like
we
I
did
wanted you to stay there all weekend to just like hang out with my
We-
cats and like drink my drinks and eat my food.
We
and
didn't stay
watch TV on my TV.
the whole weekend, but
If you wanted
we
to.
went out that night and we're very hungover, so we literally like laid on your couches and watched Tampa Bays with like coffee, trying to recover from the night before.
Yeah.
So we did spend a lot of time there because I didn't have the capacity to relocate multiple times throughout that day.
Yeah.
I think relationship deal breaker for me.
Should cost them by my straw.
My first thought was like literally someone who's boring. Like boring.
Yeah.
Like I like boring a lot, but like I also.
Now that you say that, I could come up with like a zillion.
zillion.
I was thinking
So
like once
many.
you're already in a relationship.
No, but that's what
Yeah.
my last relationship in some ways, if it wasn't other than the man part. But I think for me, I need in a relationship someone who is like willing to be spontaneous, willing to like be open to new things. And I think and that's something that like could change with someone. I don't worry about that with you at all. But actually like people that do the things they say they want to do. And that's really important. And like someone that knows how to enjoy life is really important. So I guess.
Do you think I know how to enjoy life?
Yeah. Very much so. That's all you do. Like it's like such a priority is like making it like worth
Living.
Yeah. Like it's like I don't understand the point of being here if we're not gonna make it worth being here. So like priority is like you should be enjoying yourself. To add more adventure to your life, your love life, your partner is interested in bringing someone to join during sex. Would you be open to it?
You want to bring someone into sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
Let's
be
do
open
it.
to That's so surprising. I'm so shocked.
It's shocking. You're making the decision. You're bringing them. I'm down.
Yeah, that would be an easy one.
Yeah.
I think we both feel the same way about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It'd be like a decision we made together.
Yeah.
And obviously, the person
Obviously, the third person would also get to make the decision
would have to
of whether they wanted to participate or
want
not.
to sleep with both of us.
Which I mean, I just don't think. Anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, when we started dating, you had 2 girlfriends for like the first 4 months of it. So
Yeah.
I don't think that.
And we talked about like everybody we've ever slept with.
Yeah, we've always been very open to that.
Yeah. And you had that thing.
I did. Have that thing.
That I encouraged.
Highly encouraged.
Yeah.
Your partner of 6 years and your best friend of 15 years were drunk and they made out for over an hour last night.
Over an hour.
Over an hour.
Oh my
Who
god.
would be out there? Who would be the first person you would end things with? Can you relate to this question at all?
I don't know what you're talking about. Well. So if I had a long-term partner and a best friend that I had been best friends with longer than that long-term partner, and they had a little fling, what would I do? Hypothetically, I would try to work things out with both of them. Short term, hypothetically, I would end things with the friend to focus on the communication with the partner and let them communicate with the friend whom they did things with. And then
long term,
we would see how things would go from there.
You would, and then how would they hypothetically go?
And then hypothetically, things would end up ending with the partner because of compatibility and communication issues. And a friendship would remain with the long-term best friend who I allowed more leniency to because there wasn't as much communication throughout the entire process.
That was such a good hypothetical answer. That was great. Yeah. So ultimately, your answer to the question is that you would end things short term with the friend, but they would end
temporarily work on
things through partner. Cool. I like that answer. It's a great answer. Yeah. If that happened to me, I would dump my partner and friend at the exact same time. Probably. Yeah. That's what I would do. I think that's what most people would probably hypothetically do. Anyway. The fact that that's an actual question in this game. Last question. I'm making it up right now. What was the moment that you realized you were in love with me?
Like, for sure. I don't know the moment that I realized. I know the moment that I was, like, thinking it.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was when you were in Massachusetts, and we were FaceTiming, like, every night.
Through the night.
And we
fall
were,
asleep on FaceTime. It was
like,
really cute. And then I would wake up in the morning, and she would be in class with me still on FaceTime, and then step out of class, and then say good morning, and then you'd hang up.
Yeah, just like,
say bye. It was really cute.
It was like when you were gone, and we were FaceTiming every night, and it was just like, we were just talking and eating candy and getting high, and I was like, I am in love. And I was just like waiting for you to get back so I could tell you, because I wasn't going to tell you over FaceTime. And then I got a cold sore, and then I was like, I can't tell you because I can't kiss you. Like, I need to be able to tell you when I can kiss you. So then I had to wait even longer. And that was like, at that point, I think we were both just like,
yeah, it was like we were bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
When I look back at our pictures now, I can pinpoint the morning that I started falling in love with you.
Yeah.
And it was like, we literally weren't even officially girlfriends yet. And I had to bring my parents' cat, who lived like 45 minutes, like my childhood baby, to go get cleaned because she was too old to clean herself. And the appointment was like 9:30, so we had to like wake up early and go down. We had to like leave at like 8 or something ridiculous. And
so early.
Sorry,
8 is really early for us.
And you woke up early and like were like chopping fruit, and you made me this like extravagant breakfast. With like loaded like tater tots, and then you brought them in the room with like orange juice, and we just like ate them in bed. And I remember like I literally like all I could think
You
and
could eat like 2
say-
bites.
Yeah, I can't eat in the mornings. So it was just like you did all of this and I like couldn't even eat it. But I just remember just being like, it was like such a combo of like, I can't believe that I've let myself ever be treated differently than this. And like, I cannot believe there's somebody that is treating me like this right now. Like it was like, I'm in disbelief that you're treating me this way. So but also like, I so deserve to be treated this way. It was like the combo of that. And I think that was like that day. And then we like got caught in the rain and we're like, we went shopping at like Goodwill.
Wet dogs.
It was, like, so it was just like, I just was definitely falling in love with you that day. And then I remember saying before I went away to Massachusetts was like, I'm falling for her. Like I'm so fucked. I'm falling for her. And I remember feeling like I was like going down like a slide way too fast, and I was trying to like grab the edges to slow myself down, and I couldn't. Like I was like, the slope is treacherous vibes. And then I was in New York and moved my flight home to come home early because I missed you so much. I was like, Massachusetts and New York was the same trip, and I left New York a few days early, and I literally like called my mom crying. I was like, I'm so in love with her, like I have to tell her. And then I came home, but I couldn't kiss you, so I didn't tell you, and I was so scared to tell you. And then it was like a week and a half later, your cold sore was finally gone. We were finally able to kiss again, and then I just like, it took me a couple days I think to work up the courage. And the day that I did, because I said it first, but the day that I did say it, I literally couldn't speak. We were together all day, but I couldn't speak to you.
Yeah.
I literally, so I was like rude all day. Like I was like, I just want to draw. Like leave me alone. While I was like sitting in your house because I was like literally was just like I couldn't say anything other than like I'm so in love with you. So I just like didn't talk all day till I had the courage to say it. And then it literally, I woke you. Like we went to like stayed at my house that night. Went to sleep. You fell asleep. I woke you up. It was like probably like 1 a.m. And I was like. And I was like, I have to tell you
It's
something.
like urgent.
Or I was like, you have to wake up.
You have to wake up.
And you like looked
And I
at
was
me,
like-
and I was like, I have to tell you something. And your eyes were
Literally,
just
like
like,
I have to tell you something.
Yeah, and I was laying there with my heart pounding. Like I thought you were gonna be like, are you okay? Like I thought you were gonna wake up from my heartbeat. It was so loud to me, and I was like, I am in love with you. And then I like screamed and buried my head in a pillow, and I saw your eyes get like huge. Like you were like massive, and then you were like, and you were just like, I love you too. And then we were like giggling, all night.
And then Mary Rose came in there.
Mary Rose came in, and I was like, we're in love, and she was like, no shit. But you had actually like a week before that, you had been writing a paper, and you were in my office.
It was like finals, and I was
writing a paper in my office
I stayed up all night
on my
at
birthday.
your place in your
Yeah.
office.
And
It was like the night pre.
I didn't find this until like a month later. I'd written like I love you.
Just
in
like a
person.
random
It
little
was
notebook
so
in
cute,
your
and it
office.
was just like I just thought that was so precious. When I found it, I literally bawled my eyes out because I was like, oh my god, I'm so in love with her. It was like a month and a half later, and I finally found it, and I just thought that it was really cute how you took the risk of like writing that, and like the fact that I could have
I was
found that
like,
any day.
put it back.
And I just didn't find it until like the day that I did cleaning my office, like a month and a half later, and I was like literally bawled my eyes out because I was like, oh my god, I'm so lucky. I'm so in love. Like I showed Mary and she started crying. She was like, I'm so happy.
You're gonna make me cry.
I love you.
I love you.
Is that the end? You are stop crying.
Stop looking at me. Stop being nice.
Okay. Do you have any other questions you want to ask? I think we're good.
No, I think that was good. I think we crushed it.
Well, that was really fun.
Yeah.
So we are going to be creating lots more
And my shirt
videos.
now.
If there's anything we talked about or touched on today that you guys want to know more about, ask us and we'll make videos on it. We have a bunch of stuff planned.
Yeah.
We also have the Sapphic Social merch, which we are wearing, and we posted a video of an unboxing of the merch. If you want to check that out too. And of course, subscribe. We'll be posting every week. So yeah. I love you, baby.
I love you.
Bye. Nice.
Crushed.
Nice. Best believe I'm still being